Good afternoon and welcome to our Oaks Day live coverage. A beautiful look at the winner's circle at Churchill Downs, all decked out in pink for Oaks Day. In years past, racing would already be underway, but we know the Oaks Day is much different this year at this historic track, as post time will be in prime time for Kentucky Oaks 152. Welcome to WLKY News at Noon. We're here live alongside Mo Rose here from the Derby Museum, the balcony here at historic Churchill Downs. The first race, Mo, 12:30. When we walked in about an hour ago, the lines were crazy.
I mean, hundreds of people deep. I thought we had to stand in line. We wouldn't have made it here. So luckily we were able to sneak through. But this is actually going to be later than usual, at least the Oaks race. So this is hours later. It's going to be at 8:40. Year.
We also have to talk about, we've had some horses scratch here, which is kind of typical before these races. Nikon, which was a favorite, scratch this morning. The wind. We have to talk about the wind first. It is crazy out here.
Crazy breezy. So you catch mine, I'll catch yours if it flies off of our head. But I do want to talk about there's a couple other scratches. Right to Party, also scratched today. Oaks race, that's the last of the day. That post time is at 8:40, as we talk about. And over the next hour?
Yeah, we have a lot of crews out for you over the next hour. We're going to bring you all the sights and sounds of Kentucky Oaks Day here at the track. You see WLKY's DeAndrea Turner, Sam Carter, and Britt Del Barba. And Britt will be joined by horse racing analyst Jody Dimling. But first, Mo, let's talk about the weather.
Oh, we do need to talk about that weather. It is breezy, and we had a cold front moving through, well, right now, and a lot of cloud cover. We are seeing some sun breaks every once in a while, and it feels so wonderful when that happens. But because of that cold front, numbers are a little chillier. And we also had just a few spotty showers earlier today, and that is pretty much done with. So I think we can call the rest of the day dry, just a little bit chilly in there. You can see that front continuing to move through, and temperatures, they're way below normal for this time of year. You guys, we should be closer to the mid-70s, and we're not going to get anywhere close to that. So by race 1, we should be around 59 degrees. And then by race 6, only 61. So low 60s are about our high for the day. But we will see some sun breaks, which we are getting right now. The thing is, here's the problem with the race being 3 hours later, is that the sun will go down by the time the the Oaks race, 152. So numbers are going to be very chilly in the low 50s. So if you are coming out, I'd say maybe a light jacket. Sadly, you'll have to cover up those gorgeous outfits. Now, tonight, the numbers are going to continue to fall as we start to see some clearing skies. 41 for the low in the metro, but 30s outside of the city. And for your Derby forecast, we will be watching for a spotty shower, but it won't be much. I don't think it even warrants the rain gear, but it will also be unseasonably cool. So numbers only in the upper 50s for our high on Derby Day. We will see some improvements, though, for the second half of the weekend. I'll give you a look at that and some warmer weather next week. That's in your 70 forecast.
Well, we have to talk about that Oaks Day race. 13 fillies, the ladies on that race here. We want to check in with Britt Del Barba, who's on the backside there. Hi, Britt. Let's talk about the fillies, the ladies today.
Hey ladies, it's the second straight year 13 fillies have run in the Kentucky Oaks. So with all the movement that's been taking place over the last 48 hours, I brought in the expert to join me, Jody Demling. He's been keeping us updated all week long on WLKY. And Jody, one, thanks for joining us. Two, this field is wide open, and even with all the scratches, who is it that stands out the most to you going into the Oaks?
Yeah, it's wide open. I mean, heck, somebody else should have put in the AE. They would have gotten in. But you know, when you look at it, it's probably even more wide open than the Derby, and that's saying something because the Derby is wide open. There are 7 different horses who I think could win. You know, I mean, you're going to say when you look at it, Zany was the morning line favorite. She's kind of like second choice right now in the betting. but she didn't win her last race. She did not win the last race, which is something that you kind of look at. The horse that did win the last race, Percy's Bar, is kind of getting overlooked a little bit, I think, in the betting. And, Ben Colebrook said Rodney Dangerfield the other day when we were talking to him. Always a Runner is one of those horses that I think is probably going to end up being the favorite. She's the least experienced in this field, though. She's only run 2 times. Chad Brown is super high on her, and she's looked great in the 2 that she did. And then when you look at the other horses that are there, I mean, I really like Counting Stars and Meaning. Meaning is a horse, Michael McCarthy, that has done virtually no wrong as well. Oh, and Explorer. Yeah, we could keep going on and on and on. We could go the whole hour on just the horse, but no, it is a very, very compact race, because I think it's 7 or 8 that are going to be there. There's a lot of speed in this race. There's a couple closers in this race. It's going to be fascinating to see under the lights how it turns out tonight.
With the scratches, what does that do to the pace going into this?
For the Oaks, it doesn't do a whole lot. We'll talk about Derby later, and it does do a whole lot for that. But for the Oaks, it does not do a whole lot. It's kind of still, I think it was going to be a good pace. And really, the Oaks, that run to the first turn is not as demanding as it is in the Derby. You got a shorter time, and I think they kind of pick and choose, and they wait a little bit more in the Oaks. So I don't think the scratches really affect this as much in there. Bella Ballerina was a good horse. That's the one scratch that I thought she would have been pressing up there. She would have been close to the pace, and I think that's the only one, but I don't think it affects it a whole lot.
With Zany coming in as the 4-to-line morning line favorite, are you surprised by the switch up going into the race?
Not really, because I think a lot of the public and the people look at the past, and they see that she didn't win that last race. I know why Nick Tamaro, I know why he did it, because Mike Rapoli, Todd Pletcher, she's done wrong one time, and that was in the last race. So, you can kind of toss that race a little bit. And it's Keeneland, which can be different on some horses. So I understand why he did it. I think he thought the public would get into it. I don't think he realized that the public would bet Lovely Gray down to like 6-1 right now. And always a runner. That one surprises me a little bit more, because that horse I thought would be 6, 7, 8-1, because she's only run twice. It tells me about emerging market tomorrow and what people are going to do as well.
You're going to have much more on the Derby contenders coming up in the second half hour of the noon. We're going to look forward to seeing you then. Jody, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Britt, thank you so much. We have to talk about the pink that's everywhere here at Churchill Downs.
It is a sea of pink.
Such a beautiful day with the sun shining, but also the sea of pink here at Churchill Downs. Pink decorations, pink dresses, pink hats, pink fascinators, pink hatinators, pink nails, pink lipstick. This is the 18th year for the Oaks Pink Out. It's an effort to raise awareness of the fight against breast and ovarian cancer. This year, Churchill Downs supporting the efforts of Norton Cancer Institute and Horses and Hope of the Kentucky Cancer Program. And for the first time this year, the track is partnering with the Breast Cancer Research Foundation as its national philanthropy partner.
And a few hours before today's Oaks race, breast and ovarian cancer survivors, they're going to be taking to the track for the annual Survivors Parade. 150 survivors and their guests are going to participate in this year's Walk Around the Track. The Kentucky Oaks Charitable Initiative, they've raised more than $1 million for charity since it started 18 years ago.
And that's really, that race, or walk, excuse me, the Survivors Walk is really one of those moments the entire week that you remember, and you remember for years to come, especially for the people who are participating. Well, we're expecting more than 100,000 people out here for Oaks Day today, and Sam Carter's been hanging out with many of them out there, running on the backside there. Sam, how's it going?
I'm trotting more than running it right now. That's how tired I am. But even though Right to Party has been scratched from the Oaks, the people on the backside, their right to party, they're doubling down on it. And people do it in different ways. Some people take over the media tents. Others, though, they bring the comfort of home to the backside. And that's exactly what the folks here have done. They got a griddle, they got a generator, and they got a smoker. Now, before we do anything, What's on the smoker right now, my guy?
Right now we have pork loins and some venison wraps.
Okay, you guys are obviously vets at this. At what point did you guys go, let's just bring our backyard and, quite frankly, our kitchen to the backside?
Last year we thought about this,
As
and
soon
we've
as
been
we
planning.
knew we were coming. That was the plan.
This was the, but the griddle is new this year.
Everybody doesn't do this.
No, look around you, my guy. Everybody's hanging out. Everybody's partying. What's special about the backside? What makes the backside such an amazing place to be for a race?
Fun crowd.
Absolutely.
Fun crowd, really relaxed. Everybody's having a good time, so it's where to be.
And you probably see the same faces here year after year, but you only see them here, I imagine, right?
Correct.
Absolutely. Ladies, it is an amazing day. Is it a little chilly? You bet it is. But is it sunny? Yes. Is it a beautiful day for racing? Yeah. And is the post time for Oaks a little late?
Yes, it is.
You bet it is, but we're here and we're going to have a good time. We'll see you guys in the next half hour with more.
All right, Sam's having the best time there on the backside. Hey, we both know that Oaks and Derby really are both a star-studded event. We always look forward to the big names that are announced that are coming into town.
That is true. And singing the national anthem today for the Oaks race is Louisville's own actress and singer, Tony winner Nicole Scherzinger, model Camille Kostek. She's going to be doing the Riders Up Call. And Tedeschi Trucks Band is going to perform the national anthem ahead of tomorrow's Kentucky Derby, although we still don't know who's doing the Riders Up Call for tomorrow.
We will find out for you, but what a weekend for Louisville. Already folks pouring in here. The line still building here. Lots of folks taking pictures outside the Derby Museum here. We're going to have much more Oaks Day coverage live from the Kentucky Derby Museum here at historic Churchill Downs. And we'll have more news and weather for you right after this break.